پھر کوئی آیا دل زار نہیں، کوئی نہیں، راہ رو ہوگا کہیں اور چلا جائے گا۔ ڈھل چکی رات بکھرنے لگا تاروں کا غبار، لڑکھڑانے لگے ایوانوں میں خوابیدہ چراغ۔ سو گئی راستہ تک تک کے ہر ایک راہ گزار، اجنبی خاک نے دھندلا دیے قدموں کے سراغ۔ گل کرو شم میں بڑھا دو میو مینا و ایاغ، اپنے بے خواب کے واڑوں کو مقفل کر لو، اب یہاں کوئی نہیں آئے گا۔ This is a very famous nazm by Faiz Ahmed Faiz titled Tanhai. And I chose this one as the first video on this channel because I thought that if you have to understand Faiz for who he is, you have to understand this nazm, because it identifies the exact problems that he was going through. It identifies what he was a subject of. And the first major theme in Faiz's poetry that you will see, whether that is poetry about love or revolution, will be loneliness, which is also the title of this poem. And my attempt over here is going to be to break it down line by line and to try to understand the deeper meaning of life that he is trying to convey through this beautiful imagery. Another famous thing that Faiz was known for was his visual imagery. Faiz essentially was a painter who had the gift of words rather than the palette. And his beauty lies in the fact that he could paint a picture of nothingness. And this is what he does here. He talks about how there is nothing, and he is able to use words to convey that nothingness, which is an extremely difficult task for a poet. He begins by conversing almost where it seems like to himself, talking to himself. He asks his heart, "Phir koi aaya dil zar?" Has someone come again? Oh, painful, hurting heart. And then there is a response, and we're not quite sure what the response is, where the response is from, but it seems like the heart responds and says, "Nahi, koi nahi, no one." And then this inner voice continues, "Raah ro hoga, kahin aur chala jayega." It must be a traveler, and they must go elsewhere. You are not the destination. No one is coming to meet you. Even if you hear someone through this blindness or through this unawareness, then I can tell you, the heart says, that it is just a traveler, because no one comes to visit me. And then he goes into this beautiful description of the night and how it is so late and it is so dark, which is a metaphor for other things which we'll dive into later. He says, "Dhal chuki raat bikharne laga taron ka ghubar." Now the first part of this misra is very easy. Dhal chuki raat, the night has set, which shows that obviously there is no light. But then the other part of this verse is more beautiful. Bikharne laga taron ka ghubar. And so the dust, ghubar, the dust of the stars or the stardust began to spread on the canvas of the sky. لڑکھڑانے لگے ایوانوں میں خوابیدہ چراغ. And the lamps that were sleeping started to awake, started to shimmer actually, started to shiver as well a bit. لڑکھڑانے لگے, started to light up. Almost all by themselves. I want you to recognize that there is no other person who is doing this. He doesn't say that a superpower causes the stars to emerge. He doesn't say that a human being lights these lamps. It's almost as if things are happening on its own, because they also know how dark it has gotten and what the night entails. So we need to start glowing up. لڑکھڑانے لگے ایوانوں میں خوابیدہ چراغ. سو گئی راستہ تک تک کے ہر ایک راہ گزار, and all pathways, all roads went to sleep because they were waiting a beloved, they were waiting a traveler, and in their wait they fell asleep. اجنبی خاک نے دھندلا دیے قدموں کے سراغ. Beautiful. This strange dust. اجنبی خاک نے دھندلا دیے قدموں کے سراغ. And if there were any footsteps that were on the path, this strange dust came out of nowhere and it went over. It removed, it erased any footsteps of the travelers. یہاں پر I would like to point out that he creates this eeriness, this mystery, جس کو اردو میں پراسراریت بھی کہا جا سکتا ہے. ایک پراسرار سی کیفیت پیدا ہوتی ہے. This eerie, mysterious condition starts to emerge where this dust is strange. It comes from a strange land or a strange place that the poet doesn't know of. اجنبی خاک نے دھندلا دیے قدموں کے سراغ گل کروشم میں. And then he starts to address someone who we don't know because there is no one else here, but he is addressing someone. Gul karo shamme, turn off the lamps. Badha do mayo meena waya, bring forth the wine and the cup. Apne be khab ke waadon ko mukaffal kar lo. And so I'll give you a literal translation and then I'll give you a metaphorical translation. اپنے بے خواب کے واڑوں کو مکفل کر لو. Lock your sleepless doors. But a lot of people have interpreted this as talking about the eyes, because it's the eyes that have to be shut to be able to dream. So it's dreamless because the eyes are open and you are waiting for something that doesn't exist, for someone who is not going to come. اپنے بے خواب کے واڑوں کو مکفل کر لو. Lock your dreamless doors, which essentially means go to sleep, close your eyes. Why? اب یہاں کوئی نہیں آئے گا. No one now is going to come here. Faiz is not only painting a beautiful image of nothingness, of loneliness, of isolation, of exile, all of the things that he is deeply acquainted with, but he is also pointing towards another essential fundamental fact of life, and that is that there is sometimes a space within you which, even in the darkest of times, responds, which, even in the darkest of times, you can converse with, which sometimes understands your futility, which sometimes acknowledges who you are and advises you to let go of someone that might not be coming for you. The second essential fact that he points out is perhaps a bit more complex technically, but is equally beautiful, which is that he starts this poem by talking about the chirag in the aiwan. I can read this to you again. لڑکھڑانے لگے ایوانوں میں خوابیدہ چراغ, ڈھل چکی رات بکھرنے لگا تاروں کا غبار. So at the start of this night, or at the start of this poem, there is some sense of light over here. The stars in the sky, the lamps that are starting to glow up because it's so dark now. But by the end of it, he almost, in fact not almost, does talk about turning them off, accepting this darkness, letting it in, and giving into a greater darkness, which is sleep, because you have to close your eyes. گل کرو شم میں بڑھا دو میو مینا ویا, اپنے بے خواب کے واڑوں کو مکفل کر لو. In that order, turn off the lamps, give me something to be intoxicated on, and then I will go to sleep. اب یہاں کوئی نہیں آئے گا. The poem progresses from light, even in the night, from some light to darkness, and then to complete sleep, and some might argue to complete death. It is futile, it is sad, and unlike other poems that Faiz has written, this one does not have a lot of hope. However, it has the spirit that Faiz was known for. It has everything that makes Faiz a great poet in merely 8 to 10 verses. His visual imagery, his pain, his isolation, his exile, his futility is at its peak. This is the example of a great Urdu poet.